Welcome back to the Rewind Tournament Expert Division Weekend Round. Hole number 2. Here we're going to be playing a Goliath double bounce rough bump. We're using a Kingmaker, and you can play this shot with Goliath 7 plus. The adjustment is P3 minus 10%, max numbers. We're using 5.4 top spin, 3 left spin, no curl, and then you'll either play this just before circle break under power or circle break under power if you get the tailwind. That's the only tweaks that's needed for this one. Very consistent shot. The only caveat here is you need to pull this with a slight 1201 favor. So we're not a hard 1201, but you definitely want a good 1201 flicker here. So pay attention to what my wind arrow looks like when I pull this, and try to duplicate what you see there. What we're going to do is add spin, and then we're going to place the right side of the ball guide touching the left edge of the cup, and then we want the tip of the ball guide to be 1.5 lines past the hole. That's with a Goliath 8 or 9. If you have Goliath 7, then you'll have the tip of the ball guide 1 line past the hole. So this is with spin added. You want the right side of the ball guide touching the left edge of the cup, and then you want the tip of the ball guide splitting that square, which is, well, it's technically, if you count this line, it's 2.5 lines, but basically 1.5 squares through the hole, right? You want it centered on this light road, just like you see it here. That's what we're looking for. So once you have that, make sure you're pulling this with a slight 1201 favor. So what I'm looking for here is when my wind arrow line, or wind arrow I should say, when that wind arrow flicks to the left, I've got a center line on my arrow. You can't see it, but I have one, right? So when it's at its leftmost flicker, it should pass up your center line by like 2 clicks, right? And then start moving back to the right. If that's what you're seeing, that's what I'm looking for. These are pull angles are always subject to each person. We all see things a little bit differently. So definitely, take you a practice shot or 2 here to try and get the correct pull angle. And if you need to, either adjust your pull angle, or maybe even you might be able to adjust the offset. But this shot has been consistent for me, and it needs very little wind angle tweaks. And we're using a Kingmaker, so I wouldn't try to change it too much. My recommendation would be just try to get the pull angle correct here. As far as wind angles go, I've seen everything. Well, you see here, my center line is here. So let's do this. My center line is here. I've seen everything all the way over to here. All right. So we got a wide range of wind angles here, but the plus side with this shot is you don't need any tweaks unless you get the tailwind. And what I'm considering, I'm using this bunker kind of as a reference for my wind angles. What I'm looking at for a tailwind is going to be anything kind of in the right quarter of that bunker, maybe about probably right there. Anything there or to the right. that would be tailwind. If you get a tailwind, doesn't matter what your wind strength is, tailwind plays circle break under power. All other winds play just before circle break under power. You see this one comes in very nicely, center cup, great speed. Like I said, it is been very consistent here. Just show you another wind angle real quick. .4 top spin, 3 left spin with spin added. Make sure right side of the ball guide is touching the left edge of the cup, and the tip is 1.5 squares through the hole. Well, this is pretty much the same wind angle, so and kill it. I'll let it play out just to show you the consistency in this one, but definitely a good shot here. Practice it. If you're not getting the drops, then you might need to make some minor tweaks based on your pull style and what you're seeing. Just remember, if you're playing this with the Goliath 7, remember that your ball guide is going to be 1 square past the hole, and Goliath 8 and 9 is 1.5. So good luck. I hope you all get the drop, and we'll see you on the next one. P3 minus 10 max.